welcome to another Moss Boss podcast. Today I'm in the studio with a very special guest and a good friend of mine, Jade McGuiness, who is so inspirational. Her story will wow you, and she is a magician. She's created this biohertz wand, which literally is magic. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But first of all, hello, Jade. She is the body fixer. So, and she does exactly what she says on her sign. But first of all, before we go into what you do now, because obviously you're in beauty and you help people with their body image and physically and emotionally, tell us how it all began, because you were ill and that was the catalyst for your journey.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer, and they'd misdiagnosed me for 4 years. They told me I had a swollen lymph node, and I'd had numerous scans, and in the end I actually demanded they remove this lump because I overdosed on tramadol.
So it's in your neck?
It was in my neck. It was massive.
And you had this gut feeling that they weren't...
I knew that there was something wrong. You just know. Because they were treating me every month for a burst eardrum because I was getting shocks up into my teeth, shocks down my neck, and then it'd go up into my ear and my ear would explode. Mm-hmm. So then I'd end up with blood running down my face. So they kept treating me for a burst eardrum.
Wow.
So 12 months they treated me for a burst eardrum every month with antibiotics. Until in the end I said to them, well, if this is a swollen lymph node, why aren't the antibiotics working? Because obviously, if it was a swollen lymph node, it'd go down with the antibiotics, and it never did.
So did you do your own research online for this, or did you just demand to get second and third opinions?
I just knew in my gut, to be honest with you. I'd actually been told when I was in the hospital that they wasn't worried that it was cancer. They actually told me that I was too young for cancer, considering kids die of cancer.
Unbelievable.
I know.
So while you were sick, you thought, right, I'm going to, do something I'm going to make, you're going to basically cure yourself. So what was the turning point? You just thought none of these drugs are working, so...
So basically, when I was told that I had adenoid cystic sarcoma and that it was a rare type of cancer, that only 40% of people make over the first year, I was in year 4. So if this would have had a stage, it would have been stage 4. My oncologist actually put his hand on my leg and got all upset and had to go home for the weekend. So I knew from then that it was bad. And it's funny because at first you tell yourself you're going to die and you panic, and then I started thinking, my kids, who's going to have my kids? Who's going to look after my kids? And for the first 24 hours, I did feel like that. And then when I woke up the next day, I just woke up in a completely different mindset. And I told myself, I'm not going to die from this. I'm going to fight it. And I'm going to make something of myself in the meanwhile, just in case, God forbid, touch wood, anything did happen to me. So
you wanted to leave a legacy for your kids.
Yeah. So basically I said that they'd always know that the mum was a legend. That was what got me going.
Absolutely.
So I actually trained for liquid lipo. Now, I'd been with liquid lipo from the beginning. I'd actually sold the first 10 bottles of lipo that were ever made. And I decided to start training. So by the time I'd finished my treatment, I was actually an advanced practitioner of the Northwest, and I was number 2 in the UK for my results. So from there, I ended up developing lymphedema in my face as well.
Right.
So my face blew up like the Elephant Man.
Right.
I'd never heard of lymphedema, so I instantly thought that the cancer had come back because this is known to spread and come back. So I'd gone back in to my oncologist and he said to me, yeah, it's lymphedema. And I've panicked because I've heard lymph. I thought, what?
Yeah.
And he said to me, he went, unfortunately, you're going to be stuck like this now. We can take you to Clatterbridge and put you in a lymphedema clinic. Whereas basically they offer you a car crash, neck brace.
They basically they weren't really helping you at all, were they? They basically
No.
They'd resigned you to the scrap heap, basically, hadn't they?
Yeah.
And you were like, fuck this isn't going to happen to me.
Oh, no, I wasn't having, well, you know me, I wasn't having nothing like that. So I thought to myself, I sat there and I thought, I've beat cancer, and now I look like the Elephant Man. So I ended up in the papers, and like people started trolling me, and they were saying things to me like, you should just be glad you're alive and things like this. Well, yeah, I was glad I was alive. I'd fought to be alive, but I was now being told that I was going to have to live with this face where my whole head, it's like swollen, all my neck and all my face. It's swollen because the lymph nodes where I'd been cut open on my neck were damaged. So the lymphatic fluid was building around my face.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, it was like tightening, like pressure on my face. So it come right up to my eyes here. So I was like that. And all my neck was like a barrel on my neck.
Wow.
So I had a little whinge again over that. And then I was crying to our Kirsty, and she was like,
Kirsty is the founder.
This is Liquid Lipo Limited.
She's the one who invented the liquid lipo.
Yes.
Scientifically based.
I owe my life to Kirsty, to be honest with you.
Amazing, yeah.
And she said to me, well, what have you been studying? And I was going, what do you mean? I went, I remove fat and a tightened skin. And she went, well, think about it. And then I thought about it. And I put the thermogel on my neck. So I put the thermogel on my neck and I put it up here to my cheeks. And I basically done how I'd do a jawline define. So I then put a strap on over to the top of my head, like a bandage. It was a neck strap.
Yeah.
And within an hour, my whole face had gone down.
Wow.
It had gone.
Wow.
Couldn't believe it.
And did you phone her and say, oh my God?
Well, I phoned my oncologist first.
I said you were wrong.
I was like, I've done it. And he went to me, what do you mean you've done it? What have you done, Jade? He went into like a bit of a panic because he knows I'm a bit round the bend. So I went, send me your email, I'll show you dead quick. So I sent him the pictures. And he couldn't believe what I'd done either.
Wow.
So I still went to the lymphedema clinic because I thought I'll go and find out a bit of information about lymphedema because obviously it was all new to me. And I was actually sitting in the waiting room and it had gone over an hour. Now, I'm a stickler for time. I can wait maybe 20, 30 minutes, but when it's an hour and you look and all the nurses were all talking to each other in there and there was no one in there.
Yeah, I hate
Obviously, I'd had a cob on because of the way I'd been treated by the NHS at this point. And I'd noticed that this nurse had walked past me 3 times. So in the end, I've gone, excuse me. And she just looked at me and she went, can I help you? And I went, well, yeah. I said, my appointment was meant to be an hour ago. And you were all talking to each other in there. And she went to me, are you Jade McGuinness? And I thought, wow, what do you mean by that? I went, yeah, why? And she went, I've walked past you 3 times. I went, yeah, I know. I said, that's why I've just pulled you. And she went, I was looking for a girl with severe lymphedema in her neck.
Wow.
And I went, well. So then we went in. We spent about 10 minutes talking about lymphedema. And the rest of the 50 minutes was what I'd done and how I'd treated it.
Amazing.
So she said to me that she'd been in the business for over 20 years and I'd basically done more than what they'd ever seen.
Incredible.
So she said to me there was basically nothing that they could offer me because I'd done it myself. They could only give me the collar that goes around your neck and like this bandage tape. So I started showing her the pictures of the things that I'd done and my face beforehand. Before I knew it, I had all the nurses around me in the lymphedema clinic. So I actually now treat people with lymphedema half price. And the hospital actually send people to me as well.
That's fantastic. So when did you decide to set up the Body Fixer?
So I'm actually Liquid Lipo Liverpool, but I've made a sister page of the Body Fixer Liverpool because obviously that covers me biohurt as well.
So tell us about the biohurts because I was really sceptical about this. It looks like it's a bit between a hairdryer and hair straighteners. It's just like a
But
a
did
big
you know
tube.
a hairdryer is bad for you?
Yes. So it's a tube that blows hot air and it's got this frequency inside. It's a bit like something like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
You know, with Marty McFly when he's like,
yeah.
And you said, right, I'm just going to put this gel on you and then put this on you and you're going to feel a lot better. Because I came into your salon and I had a really bad cold and I was feeling shit. I was like, nothing's going to work and everything like that. You just lie there, in an hour you'll feel fine. I'm like, yeah, full of shit. And that's not going to happen. To be honest.
I love the sceptical clients. They're my favourite.
So anyway, obviously I had the tummy stuff as well, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the cold disappeared within an hour. And I just think you are a wizard. You are a white witch. I don't know what you've done, but this wand is incredible. So tell me, you created it with Kirsty, and just tell me, because it's mind-blowing. It's, you know, every home should have one.
Definitely, and that is the aim, to get it into every household. So the wand basically works by heat, light and frequency. So I don't know whether anyone knows about frequency healing, but obviously when I got the cancer, I researched everything. So I can tell you anything to do with cancer. I can tell you how to get rid of it. So if you starve the body of sugar, the cancer will die because the cancer feeds off the sugar for a start. And if your frequency is off in your body, it causes inflammation. So inflammation can start cancer because cancer comes from inflammation. So if you can keep the inflammation out of your body, you will basically keep cancer from your body.
How can you do that with the wand?
Through the inflammation, yeah. So basically, I'm nearly 3 years clear now. And
Amazing.
I keep using my wand. My wand is like my go-to. Like, even my kids use it, my dog uses it, everyone uses it. Because 99% of conditions and diseases actually all stem from inflammation. If you can remove the inflammation, you can deal with the condition or the disease.
Well, the client who came before me and while I was waiting, she had some leg injury, didn't she? And then she just got up off the bed and walked.
Yeah.
I was like, you are a miracle. It's like going to Lourdes.
It is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. That's why I usually do a video of people, like if they come in with... It's mad because fibromyalgia is one of the main things I treat, but that's not inflammation based. That's to do with the nerve.
Yeah.
And I actually treat people with fibromyalgia as well. So there's still more to find out about this wand. Like I've been treating psoriasis, insomnia, irritable bowel, everything, literally everything. So because it repairs the immune system as well as removing the inflammation from the body, it repairs the cells.
So how did you actually develop it? So what
had actually happened was I ended up with the classic wand from who was the Prife. So iTerra it is. And I'd bought their classic wand, which was only 40 hertz and 600 watts. I'd paid £400 for it.
And where did you find this? On Amazon
Online.
Or something? Okay.
No, I'd actually bought it from them.
Okay.
So when I'd actually had to go with this, I was amazed because this was where I come into the frequency and started to learn about frequency. And I actually contacted them and was like, I need 10 of these wands. I need to get them over here because they're an American company and I need to get them around everyone. So the response that I got, I didn't like.
But that's never going to stop you, is it?
Oh, nothing stops me, you know that. So the response I actually got was, we wouldn't sell you 10 wands because we're a marketing company. Right. So this was where I thought to myself, no, you're just as bad as the big pharma. You're making money off sick people. I now can't work with you. I now can't use your product because I know the ethos behind it. And I stick by my own. So there was no way I could do that. There was no way I could carry on using this one because obviously I knew the background to it. So again, I started crying to our Kirsty and I was like, I love this wand, but there's no way I can use this now that I know all of this. And our Kirsty said to me at Christmas, send me your email, all your information. And I was like, oh, okay. And she went, don't worry, I'm not doing nothing that you wouldn't want. And I was like, I trust you, 100%. Anyway, for my Christmas present, I'd actually had the company bought for me the biohertz frequency wand off our Kirsty through company's house.
Amazing.
And with her being a product developer,
I love that.
She developed a wand for me.
I love that. I mean, that's just Liverpool girls, isn't it? You know.
She's my sister. That girl is my soul sister. I owe my life.
She's coming on here in a future podcast, just trying to nail her down because she's all over the place. But
she's so up because she's so busy all the time. She's just really, really
she
busy.
Like you, changes people's lives.
Yeah.
So then that spurred you on to then develop your own biohertz wand.
Yeah. So we had the biohertz frequency wand developed. And not only did we have it developed, we had it developed as the strongest one that you could possibly get.
And how long did that take to develop it?
It didn't take that long. I think it took about 2 months for the first batch. So the biohertz frequency wand is actually the strongest wand that you can get. So it's 60 hertz and it's 1200 watt. So you don't use it for as long as what you'd use any other wand. And the mad thing about it is the price. So I actually sell it at £500 because I don't believe in making money off sick people because I've been sick myself.
But you can't put a price on health anyway.
Of course you can't. But when you compare it to the iTerra Pro, which is actually only 50 hertz, that's £4,500 to buy.
Wow. Now, you never thought you'd be an entrepreneur, and
Never in a million years.
This was like life-changing.
Yeah.
So, and so when you got that piece of paper saying that you were, you know, limited company and everything, how did you feel?
I couldn't believe it.
Were you terrified or were you excited?
I cried my eyes out. It was a bit of both, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a normal girl from a council estate, you know what I mean? And I've literally gone from planning my funeral to getting a shop, having my own product, and basically running 2 companies.
And selling it around the world.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
that's
it was
what
a massive shock.
Basically, that's what podcast is all about. Is like being a boss. Anybody can do it. Anybody can change their lives.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Anybody can change their lives.
Yeah.
It's a mindset, isn't it?
Of course it is. Once you've got it in your mind. Well, first of all, I'm a big believer in, if you think you're going to die of cancer, you'll die of it. Because your body will shut down. Once the mind takes over and tells you that you're going to die, you're going to die. So once you've got that mental side of things, whereas I probably would have been a bit different if I didn't have the boys.
Yeah, your sons.
My boys saved me.
The kids do keep you going.
Yeah.
They absolutely keep you going when you have some really dark moments and you just don't want to get out of bed.
The thought of leaving them kids just made me get up and fight even more.
And you're a single mum as well, so you can't rely on anyone else. They rely on you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And my kids don't even know about my cancer. I used to lie to them and tell them that I had a job in a hospital.
Wow.
As a cleaner for 2 hours in the morning because an ambulance used to come and pick me up every day.
Wow, that's just mind-blowing. Just
So
how
they
strong
don't know.
you are.
To this day, they still don't know. And the hospital were trying to get me to tell them. And I was like, why would I tell them that? I mean, it'd be a bit different if I was dying, which in their eyes I was. But I was never going to let that beat me.
Yeah, and you never. But I love the fact that you know your mind, you know yourself, and you won't let anyone tell you how to live your life or what's up. You know you're on this like path, and you know about it.
I know what I want, and I'm going to get it.
Perfect. I love that. And do you believe like in the universe guiding you?
Of course I do. Yeah, I honestly believe that I actually only survived this because I'm a healer, and I've been a healer for a long time. So a lot of people gravitate towards me. So like, it's strangers. I hear complete life stories from strangers. And all animals love me. It's one of them.
That's a really good sign if animals love you.
And every single, like I'm really spiritual, so I've seen a lot of psychics, and every single psychic has told me that I'm a light worker. So I thought to myself, right, that's it. I've been put here for a reason. So I'm here not only to cure myself, but to help everyone else around me.
Amazing. And what are your plans for, the future? Because
I plan on getting a black mansion.
Okay.
Everyone laughed at me over
black
this.
Marble or black... What
I don't actually know yet. As long as it's got the bio-earth frequency ones on me, black gates that go around it.
I love it. And is it going to be in Liverpool?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll never forget my roots.
Because, lots of people, when they make money, they go to Cheshire.
No. I'll never change who I am. Never.
Yeah.
I'm from not a screen. I'm not posh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And we have 2 lovely black kittens in the studio.
Yes.
So, which I demanded you bring in. They're just sort of running around. But you can pick one up and put them on the table because everything's black. So when you've got your mansion, how far off do you think that's going to be? Hello.
I've given myself 10 years to do it, which I think is reasonable.
And how old are you now?
33.
That's good. Yeah.
So I basically just want my kids to want for nothing and have the best life that I can possibly give them.
For 33, it's astounding. A, what you've been through, and B, what you've achieved. You must be really proud of yourself. And I'm just like in awe of you. You're just like incredible.
Do you know what? It's really funny. I don't know whether it's to do with the ADHD, but I always feel like I'm never doing enough.
Yeah.
So unless I'm on a hamster wheel and I've run myself right into the ground, I never feel like I've done enough.
Well, I feel like that too. But you
must
are
be
just...
an ADHD thing.
I think it just might be being a working mom.
Yeah. Self-employment kind of does that to you,
never
doesn't
switch
it?
off. So,
No.
So are you planning on having like biohertz salons around the UK, around the world, or?
So I'm planning on getting it into every household everywhere. So I've already cracked America. I'm already in America. I've got a good few ones in America now.
Fantastic.
So basically, I'm just trying to get it in every country, everywhere, because I believe that every household needs to have one.
I think
Because
so.
I honestly believe that if every household has got one, you'll calm down on your painkillers, which I don't like because they cause effects later on in life that make you sick. So you'll then have calmer children, which we all want, don't we? Calmer
Yeah.
children, because my kids didn't sleep at all beforehand. And you can even use it on animals, so my dog loves it as well. So you've basically got a doctor and a vet all in one.
Brilliant.
In this wand.
Brilliant. And tell us about the other side of the liquid lipo, which is the fat dissolving, which is, I just like the thermal blanket.
So I actually specialise in sagging skin. I absolutely love saggy skin. I think it's because it's making the impossible possible. So everyone thinks that you need surgery when it comes to sagging skin. And you did used to,
And this
until
is for people
now.
who've lost a lot of weight and they've got
Yeah,
bits
or your
left
typical
over.
mum tum. I
Yeah.
actually treat most people who have got the mum tum.
Yeah,
We all struggle with mum tum, don't we?
yeah.
Which tends to be hard fat above the belly button and sagging fat underneath. So with that, I'd do a combo treatment. So you'd get the 100% thermo above the belly button as that burns back the hard fat. And then I'd do the lipo gel underneath because that lifts and binds the skin.
And you can see instant results because I had it.
Yeah.
So you sort of you think you're losing inches, but you're actually losing fat, aren't you?
Yes, so it's actually flushed through the lymphatic system and it exits the body, so it's permanent.
So you are the body fixer.
I am.
So what's next for Jade McGuinness? Because you are just like a whirlwind of just everybody's dream woman, really, aren't you? You can fix everything inside and out.
Yeah, so I've basically, that's why I ended up coming up with the name The Body Fixer Liverpool, because not only do I fix the physical on the body, I'm actually fixing the mental as well with the BioWeight wand. So obviously if you look good, you feel good, don't you? And I think
100%.
everyone deserves to feel good and look good.
Yeah, and what makes you feel good aside from like work?
Do you know what? It's funny, you know, because I was going to say work. I actually love my
Yeah,
job.
well-
Absolutely love it. I love the fact that I see people coming in depressed and they leave with a smile on the face.
I think the secret to anybody's success is if they love what they're doing
You'll
and it
never
doesn't
work a day
feel
in
like
your
work.
life.
Yeah, if it feels like work, and then if you wake up and you're just like, oh, I've got to go to work, you're never gonna be successful. But if as you say, if it's a passion, it's
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love
because they
it.
say if you want to make money, you chase your passion, not the money. So
It's never been about the money, ever. Because obviously, when I ended up sick, health is wealth at the end of the day. You can have all the money in the world and then you can end up sick and die from it. So what is the point in having all that? So always I stick by the fact that health is wealth. And obviously the rest come with it. So because I've looked after everybody, I'm now getting further out there and more people are getting to know who I am.
yeah. And so what is for you? What's your ultimate life? Away from work. You got your mansion, your kids, anything
Just
else?
happiness.
Yeah.
It's like when you get asked in school what you want to be when you're older, everyone always thinks of a job that they want to be, but no one ever actually asks you whether you're happy.
That's so true. And also, the thing that I hate about modern education is what do you want to be when you grow up? As if you have to go to work and have to be an employee.
So you're
Why
stuck in the
can't
matrix
you?
system 9 to 5.
Oh, it gets. I think everybody should go into work to get that experience and
Of
learn
course.
to work with other people. But ultimately, I think that people should be inspired to set up their own businesses because at some point you will hit a glass ceiling of how much you can earn. And until you've got your own company, then
Well, most people work to live, don't they, rather than live to work.
Well, this is why I went to Cyprus because I just couldn't stand the lifestyle in the UK.
And
Even
only you
now,
can change it.
I've
Only
been-
you can change
been
your
back
life.
for 4 weeks and I've been working 14-hour days every day. I'll go back to Cyprus next week just for a week and I know I'm going to be doing 4-hour days.
You're sitting
And
on a
it's the same.
beach, loving life.
I can get the same result in 4 hours over there than I can get, but 14 hours.
Yeah.
And I resent it. I resent the fact that it's dark, it's cold, and I'm just trudging. I mean, even before the podcast,
It's depressing, isn't it?
meeting
It's just
after
depressing.
meeting. It's like, I mean, I love meeting people. I love, I'll walk into any room and talk to anybody, but it's just relentless. It's just non-stop. You're on this treadmill.
Yeah.
No matter if you're up here or down here, you just never stop, and it's just like.
It's that hamster wheel.
And I think it's a UK thing, is because you're defined by your success,
Of
by how
course.
many hours you work.
Exactly.
Not
and
by
that's
your
nothing.
happiness.
That
Yeah.
is that's nothing, because if you're not happy, you can work all the hours in the world, you'll still come home and you'll be miserable.
That's why Tony Robbins is like coaching billionaires and stuff, because they're
Because they've got it all. Well, they think they've got it all,
but they're not
they
happy.
haven't.
They're not happy. Something's missing. So,
That's happiness.
can your biohertz one give me happy vibes?
It actually can, because
Can it?
I actually deal with a lot of mental health, don't I?
Oh, no,
So-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it does a bit of everything. So I've actually got a lot of people off mental health meds.
Oh, brilliant.
So obviously you can't come off them straight away.
So I was thinking if you could like shine it on me, and then it could be like a beacon for like a sexy man magnet.
Well, it makes you feel better than yourself, so, confidence is
Not
key.
a dickhead man, a sexy man.
Oh, do you know what? Where'd you find one of them?
Yeah,
That's
no.
why I'm on my own.
I know, me too. I think it's the best way, really. Peace and happiness.
Can't be dealing with another man-child.
No. So, no, not at all. So, oh my God, these little kittens. They're like squeaking around. I just want to pick one up, but I don't know where
one.
they are. So,
I think they're under by you. Oh, we are. They've ran over there.
so it's coming up to Christmas. 7 weeks. Are you going to stop work? What's your plans?
So Christmas is the most busiest time of the year for me.
Everybody suddenly wants to lose a stone in 2 weeks.
And it's possible. As long as obviously you get in and you get it done and you stick to the plan, it can be done.
Do you have to change your diet?
See, now, a lot of people ask me this. So obviously as you start to lose the weight anyway, everything shrinks, so you won't want to eat as much. So once you start to see that your body's changing, obviously if you can add a bit of exercise in there or eat a bit healthier, then that'll help you even more.
But do you think it's a lazy way to lose?
Of course it is, but we all like the lazy way.
I like
don't we?
the gym. I love the
But that's
I love
for the mental
gym.
strength,
Yeah,
which is good.
and physical.
Well, yeah, of course it is. But at the same time, though, although you're doing that, you're not getting rid of no saggy skin, are you?
No.
So you can go in and
It's not
enjoy
about me.
it.
It's not about me. It's
And then
about
you can come in and get sorted by me, so you can still do your gym.
Yeah,
I'd still encourage everyone to go to the gym or have some sort of exercise routine, because it's good for the body and the health.
It is a mental health thing for me.
Yes.
And also you're challenging yourself physically to
You're pushing yourself
lift.
further and further, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool.
So I might be able to remove fat, but I can't make you strong.
No.
You have to do that yourself.
Mentally strong.
I can make you mentally strong.
Have you ever thought about offering courses in what you do?
Yeah.
Just for the mindset rather than the the
So
one.
I'm actually doing my assignment now to become a trainer.
Brilliant.
So I'm halfway through. I'm hopefully going to have that done by Christmas.
And you go
And then I'll be able to train people in lipo, but I'm also going to be able to train people. I'm going to put a package together for the BioWeight one as well.
amazing. Well, I'll be interested in that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that I am planning, I think I showed you, I'm planning a trip to Croatia next year.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I just have these harebrained schemes where I just want to do something that's challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get at least 10 women together and we're going to go mountain trekking. So I thought Croatia was close to the UK, so it's not too far. It's 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So people aren't going to be away from work for too long. But it's going to be challenging. It's going to be walking up and down mountains for 5 days.
Am I bringing the lipo?
I think you'd just sweat it off because it will still be hot there. But I want to raise money for girls who can't get education or denied education abroad. So
Yes.
the plan is that everybody will pay to go on the trip, but they have to pledge that they will raise a minimum of a certain amount.
So get people to sponsor you for doing
Yeah.
it.
So you pay for your trip yourself.
Yeah.
And then we all say that, we're going to put in a minimum of 300. So if there's 10 of us, we can raise $3,000, and that's going to
Easy,
help
yeah.
a few.
Look at the cat.
there's a little kitten climbing up the
climbing.
camera. Oh my God, God, so cute. Oh my God, it's going to pull the lighting down. If you see everything coming crashing down, that is Jade's fault.
I'm used to getting the blame for everything. It's fine. Here's the other one getting ready to copy now.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Yeah, I will have a room full of kittens all the time. That's absolutely brilliant. So so this trip to Croatia, something that you're interested in doing, because I think it'd be brilliant.
Well, I think that you've asked me on this now.
I'm
Put
gonna
a bit of peer pressure on me.
No, there's no obligation, but obviously I just like doing.
Could we maybe do 4 days and 1 beach day?
We could, or maybe 1 day and 4 beach days.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I think
I'm in.
No, this is a 5-day trek, but if you want to come to Cyprus as we planned,
Yes.
girl, that's gonna be a different
We'll have our
story
girly week.
altogether.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. So, well, listen, Jade, it has been amazing talking to you. You are so inspirational, and I wish you more success. You've had success, but you deserve more success, and your story, I think, is going to help lots of people. I think after watching this, everybody's going to be ordering one of those BioHurts in their Christmas cracker this year.
Definitely. It'll be the best buy you ever make.
I think so. So anyway, that's Jade McGuinness of the Body Fixer and Liquid Lipo Liverpool Limited. Is that right?
Liquid Lipo Liverpool. But the actual company, Kirsty's company, is Liquid Lipo Limited. So I cover Liverpool.
There we go. I've done my research. Really great to talk to you, and see us next time on Moss Boss Podcast.